Oh no, this guy looks like something that looks like something that I wish I knew what it was. Maybe it's itself. I mean, I've noticed, particularly since I've been playing old games again for Let's Plays, I've been finding a lot of things familiar when I have no idea what they're familiarized with. So anyway, now I remember how to do this. This will be good practice for remembering how to get the action commands right. So I am really not sure which brother's attack is stronger at the moment, but since I already did one of Mario's, I think I'm just going to try Luigi's again so I can remember. And basically at this point it's just try to get a few brothers' attacks. I think Mario's is slightly stronger at this point, but it's only 1 damage. It shouldn't make a huge difference. But anyway, yep, at this point it's basically just mash as many brothers' attacks into him as you can and make sure he doesn't have a pillar to hide under. And it's pretty simple, and he doesn't even have too many attacks without the pillar to help him, and whoops. Luckily he doesn't automatically go under the pillar if there's already one there. It just makes one when he moves, or I don't really understand the physics of this. It's not a super hard battle or anything. I think he only has like 50, 100 hit points, which it's only 5-10 attacks. I really don't have any strong examples, so anyway, I might have screwed myself over here, but might have not. I guess it was closer to the 50 end of that spectrum I had assumed. Now that I've done the you must do some more boring old platforming, and this part reminds me of when you give Chimpy orange in Banjo-Kazooie. Just not a particularly logical reference, I guess, but it reminds me of what it reminds me of. And okay, I was supposed to do my helicopter thing to get over there. Oh yeah, speaking of helicopters, it's not really speaking of helicopters, but it's kind of related. It made me think of it. Another reason I haven't been Let's Playing so much recently is because I got Scribblenauts and I've been playing that. That's a pretty good game. It definitely isn't what it could be because they kind of gave that a lot of potential, because it basically, the concept is solve puzzles and do action things with anything you can think of, and the physics and some of the implementation of items seems pretty lazy, and it kind of gets annoying, but if you're willing to overlook that, it is a fun game just to dick around with, and the puzzles are pretty fun too. Yeah, but I'd definitely look forward to a sequel or someone fixing the... I mean, I guess that idea is kind of specific. You can't really have another company make a game like it, but not exactly it. And I like how you can crush them twice, even though that's not Yoshi's Island 0 canon. But yeah, I like Rexes being in this. Rexes are pretty cool, even though they were kind of just like a joke enemy in Mario World. But, yeah, basically I said everything I had to say about Scribblenauts. I sort of bought it on principle because you can summon Cthulhu and then put a saddle on him and ride him around. That is game buying criteria right there. If you can do that, I'm going to buy the game. I don't care if it's terrible and no one likes it. And, well, actually, I don't care if no one likes it anyway, but I don't care if it is actually terrible. If you can do that, I will do it and enjoy it. But, yeah, it's pretty rad. I was gonna wait for it to get for them to start selling used copies of it, but I didn't know it was only $30. I thought it was $35, and that and kind of being bored were enough to make me decide to get it anyway. Might have not been the best financial decision, but I don't have too much else coming out soon that I want to buy, so the next big thing is Super Mario Bros. Wii, which is not coming out for another month and a half, or now it's closer to just a month, but same difference. And what am I supposed to do here now? I forget. But yeah, if you have extra money or you are aware of its flaws but still want to try it out, I definitely recommend it. I don't know, recommend might be a strong word, because I mean, if you're just not really easily amused like I am, it might not be quite as easily amusing, if you will. But yeah, it took me a long time to say it's a pretty good game, but it has some problems like 5 or 6 times, so it's a pretty good game, but it has some problems. Anyway, this is how I do this. Should have remembered that the first time, but not a huge problem. This is starting to get old, but I think there's only 1 or 2 more rooms after this. Yep. Now, okay, I was gonna say now we start with the moving ones, but I guess the moving ones aren't yet. I don't even remember where the moving ones are, if they do exist, which I'm also not sure of. And mostly I remember this area being annoyed because I was trying to get all the beans and couldn't find all the beans. But it looks to me like we are slowly but surely reaching the top, and by that I mean I think we might have actually made it to the penultimate or ultimate room of the top, so okay, there's at least 1 more floor. That's fine with me as long as it doesn't drag on too much longer. And I imagine I am missing a fiery minigame or something, but if I'm not, I don't really want to go okay, maybe I was a bit optimistic with the rooms left, but at least I sort of had a solid sense of how far I was into it, because there are definitely not as many long rooms where you have to hit a switch to get the water running and then hit the water to get the gyroid not on fire, and then the gyroid spits out a thing. And look, you can see Bean Castle in the background. What's that weird green thing? Is that, or is that the Mushroom Kingdom, because this is sort of on the border? No, well, too late to go back and look now. Well, not too late, but okay. I was gonna say, not sure what's going on there. So I'm thinking I just drop down there, climb up that last set of stairs, and that's it for this room. But okay, yeah, it looks like that was it. I was kind of thinking there was a fiery puzzle I missed, but anyway, we're at the top of the mountain. That took me a lot less time than I thought it would. This is pretty neat, I think. Yep, you can just kind of look around at the Bean Kingdom. Oh, look, ice level. That's new in Mario RPGs. Oh, look, a box. Oh, look, a thing. Oh, look, a thing. So apparently Mario and Luigi 3's overworld is like 3 times bigger than this one's, but I don't really see that. I think it's maybe because they have so much of it closed off from Bowser, and by the time you get to really fully explore it, it doesn't seem new, but it just really didn't seem as big as this to me. Maybe it was just because I was younger when I played this and I was more easily amused. But anyway, okay, here's the Beanie Rock. Fools, what are you getting that rude jump for? Anyone who tries to take us is a thief. And why is there a meteor there? That is not an egg of any kind or anything like that. It's a meteor. That is not an egg, it is a meteor. This was like the, I don't want to call it trippy because it's not really weird. It's just, oh, okay, so there's a baby dragon here. That's weird, but it's not going to get any less plausibly reasoned than that. So, I guess that well, he flies back, so it doesn't really matter where his Googwa. That sure is a not horribly ugly thing. I think actually seeing yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce Drago Hoho when I was younger either for some reason. Oh, I forgot this jerk. He might have, I can't remember for sure, but I think he might have had one of the rare unavoidable attacks of this series, where if you let him be too big, he can attack you and there's no chance of you dodging. Okay, so when he points his head up, it goes to Mario, and when he doesn't, he doesn't. Anyway, if you smash down on him hard enough, he gets all short. And I was never really too big of a fan of this boss. He's pretty ugly. Oh, sweet, advanced. That was quicker than I thought. Oh, don't you think that if we did some more jumpings and stuff, we could probably do some more damage, or at least make it more complicated to do? And I know there's one brother's attack that the advanced version doesn't actually make it do more damage, it just Oh. Okay. But yeah, I know there's one, the advanced version doesn't make it do more damage, it just makes it... I think it lets you jump on spiked enemies or something. So yeah, the Mario version is that. And yeah, I was never too good at the advanced... Whoops. Whoops. I wish I had some nuts.